Thank you all for coming this afternoon. My name is Allison Holmes. I'm the Associate Dean for Student Affairs and Associate Professor of Pediatrics. It is my honor to welcome you and serve as your MC for this evening's 2022 Geisel School of Medicine Awards ceremony. This is a really significant weekend of celebrations and recognition, so is it appropriate that we welcome so many of our graduates, families, friends, and our Geisel colleagues to this award ceremony. So in the program, we'll go in order. We will not be reading aloud the award description, so you can follow along in that way. And we'll begin with the awards. Our first award is the Frederick P. Lord Award in Anatomy, which is presented by Dr. Brian Catlin, Clinical Associate Professor of Medical Education.
Good afternoon, everyone. The anatomy faculty in the Department of Medical Education is very honored to present the Frederick P. Lord Award in Anatomy for excellence in the anatomical sciences to Emma Hanlon.
Next is the Department of Anesthesiology Outstanding Graduating Student Award. And I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Kiran Guthikanda, Assistant Professor of Anesthesiology.
Hi, the award for Outstanding Graduating Medical Student in Anesthesiology goes to Caroline Andrew.
Our next award is the Department of Medicine Paul Gerber Student Award. Presenting the award is Dr. Roshini Pinto-Powell, Professor of Medicine, Medical Education, and Associate Dean for Admissions.
Good evening, everybody. Such a beautiful day we're having. A little stuffy in here, though. And Tina, this is going great. It's fabulous. It is really my honor today to present the Paul Gerber Department of Medicine Award. Those of us that know or knew Paul Gerber knew that he was an outstanding diagnostician. Just somebody who knew everything about medicine. He was brilliant, but yet what people really loved him for, patients and colleagues, was that he was a humanist, caring, compassionate, kind. The student receiving this award, not only she knows her anatomy, but she's all that and more. She will be an outstanding internist, and we are delighted to present, the Department of Medicine is delighted to present this award to Emma Hanlon.
Our next award is the American Academy of Neurology Medical Student Prize for Excellence in Neurology. Presenting will be Dr. Eric Kobars, Professor of Neurology.
I have a distinct honor to present this award from the American Academy of Neurology Excellence Award to Sarah Radenbau.
Our next award is the Barry D. Smith, MD Award for Excellence in Obstetrics and Gynecology. And wonderfully, we have Dr. Barry Smith, Emeritus Professor of Obstetrics and Gynecology, to present the award.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to take this chance to congratulate all the graduates and to thank the family and friends who supported them through this 4-year adventure, only complicated by COVID, which has made it very hard. I'm honored on behalf of the faculty of the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology who chose the winner to present Taisa Gandhi the annual OB/GYN award and wish her the best as she starts her residency at UC San Francisco in Obstetrics and Gynecology.
The next award is the Saul Blattman Award for Excellence in Maternal and Child Health. There are 2 awardees, one for excellence in obstetrics and gynecology and one for excellence in pediatrics. Dr. Alana Cass, Professor and Chair of Obstetrics and Gynecology, will present that award, and Dr. Keith Loud, Associate Professor and Chair of Pediatrics, will present the Pediatric Award.
Well, I'd like to echo Dr. Smith's sentiments. This is really an honor and such fun to see everybody in person celebrating together the amazing accomplishment of this class. It is my absolute pleasure to be here with Keith. Really, I think capturing the spirit of the Saul Blattman Award, an innovator who bridged between pediatrics and OB and saw that the sum of 1 and 1 is so much more than 2. It is my absolute honor to present this award to Allie Morgan this year, and to also say that we're delighted she'll be staying with us next year for residency. So, yeah. And I have to say, I've worked with Allie on a research project, and I've only ever seen about a 2x2 square inch of your face, so it's lovely to see you in person, and look forward to many more hours together, but congratulations to both of us.
And it is a pleasure to do this every year together. Dr. Blattman was a pediatrician, and as Dr. Smith noted, we've always attributed the quote that Dr. Blattman always reminded us, the doors of the institution must swing out as well as in. And this year's pediatric winner has embodied that in her commitment to adolescent health and the humanism and all of the intersections of policy, care, and society that needs to be brought into that. That is Vivian Bizarco.
Our next award is the Dr. Freddie Fu Orthopedic Surgery Memorial Student Award, presented by Dr. Kevin Dwyer, Assistant Professor of Orthopedics.
It's a great pleasure and honor to present the Department of Orthopedic Freddie Fu Award for 2022. This is in light of Dr. Fu's recent passing, so I'd like to read a little bit. Dr. Fu Award was established to recognize the medical student possessing the qualities of academic excellence, ethics, and energy towards the study of practice of orthopedics, exemplified by Dr. Fu during his medical years at Dartmouth. It's a great pleasure to present this to Leslie Yan.
The next award is the Dr. Elizabeth French Distinguished Student Award in Pathology, Arif Suryawinata, Professor and Interim Chair of Pathology and Laboratory Medicine, to present.
Congratulations to the class of 2022. And on behalf of the faculty of the Department of Pathology and Library Medicine, we would like to, it's an honor to be presenting this award, the E. Elizabeth French Distinguished Student Award, to Anna Book.
We now have the New Hampshire Pediatric Society Award presented by Dr. Stephen Chapman, Associate Professor of Pediatrics.
Congratulations to all of you. It takes a special person to be an outstanding pediatrician, to have the skills and compassion to put a child at ease, even while giving care of their complex medical conditions. It's also important to always see the big picture. Advocacy is in the DNA of every pediatrician, as it is in the DNA of this year's recipient, Kate Miller.
We now have the Department of Psychiatry Outstanding Student Award to be presented by Dr. Matthew Duncan, Assistant Professor of Psychiatry and of Medical Education.
So it's my pleasure this year on behalf of our department to award this to Catamano.
The Heidi C. Crow Award in Radiology will be presented by Dr. Jessica Sin, Assistant Professor of Radiology.
It's my pleasure to award the Hart Crow Award for Student Excellence in Radiology to Alex Lindquister.
Our next award is the Arthur Natove Surgical Scholar Award. Our recipient was not able to attend the ceremony this evening, but the recipient of this award this year is George Sanchez. Next, we have the Diversity Visionary Award to be presented by Sean O'Leary, Director of the Office of Diversity, Inclusion, and Community Engagement.
Congratulations all. I'm here to present the Diversity Visionary Leadership Award. A couple of attributes I want to mention from the list of criteria: promoting mutual respect and understanding for the diversity within our institution and community, working proactively to reduce obstacles that prevent greater numbers of women and underrepresented ethnic groups from entering from the field of medicine, acting as a role model to colleagues and leading by example in promoting diversity, providing leadership and eliminating health disparities, championing diversity activities, on and on. The Office of Diversity, Inclusion, and Community Engagement is honored to give this the 2022 Diversity Visionary Leadership Award to Fallon Demsis.
Next, we have the Jillian and Melba Jarrett Memorial Prize. We're really excited to wish the entire class Congratulations, this office comes from the student services staff, so I work with the staff across the student services divisions to help them pick the student that embodies this award, and this year's awardee is Leslie Yuen. A second Student Services Award is the Merck Manual Award. Great fun to always pick the recipients of this award who are often the spirit and glue and joy of our community. Everyone will know by seeing who is awarded these for 2022. These will be going to Angie Lee and Joe Minicello. Due to a last-minute change, I will be presenting the next award as well. This is the Payson Wilson Hampers MD MBA Scholar Award, which is awarded this year to Nina Fleischer. Next is the John Radenbau Community Service Award, presented by Dr. Leah Matthew, Assistant Professor of Community and Family Medicine and of Medical Education.
Good evening. I'm thrilled to present Sarah Baranis with the Radenbau Community Service Award for her ongoing advocacy work and commitment to underserved populations. Her dedication was evident in her volunteer work before and during medical school, her leadership in the Family Medicine Interest Group, and in her selection of a residency program which will further her skills needed to continue this work. Her passion for justice and her presence in her individual interactions is a powerful combination.
The Radiation Oncology Outstanding Medical Student Award will be presented by Dr. Nirav Kapadia, Associate Professor of Medicine and of the Dartmouth Institute.
Not yet. Just an assistant professor. But it's Dr. Compton, maybe later. But it's my distinct honor to present the inaugural Radiation Oncology Outstanding Medical Student Award to Dr. Sybil Shah. Sybil has been enthusiastic, curious, and above all, a vanguard in fashion in radiation oncology. We wish her the best of luck at Sloan Kettering.
The John and Sophia Zaslow Prize will be presented by Dr. Keith Loud, Associate Professor and Chair of Pediatrics.
Thank you. So you've seen that every department essentially has an opportunity to recognize one exceptional student among the entire class of exceptional students. This award is selected by all of the department chairs together, and so recognizes a particularly distinctive student. And this winner, we are thrilled, will be continuing a career in child health, and not only that, along with Vivian Bizarco, will graduate tomorrow and will present to our pediatricians on Monday or Tuesday, a suicide prevention and screening project. Kat Amano.
The S. March Tenney Research Award will be presented by Dr. Eric Koblars, Professor of Neurology.
I have the great honor to present this award to one of our outstanding MD PhD students, Tamutenda Chinawanyika. Sorry for the last name mispronunciation. Tamu completed a very rigorous pathway both to earn an MD and a PhD degree, and she defended her thesis in Dr. Supatapon's lab about 2 years ago, which is known for its academic rigor. We're extremely proud of her for all of her accomplishments and look forward to seeing her develop her professional career.
I now have the distinct pleasure on behalf of the Research Award Committee to present the Douglas P. Zipes MD Research Prize in Medicine to one of our students who will be pursuing a career in orthopedic surgery. She is going on to Yale, and she had an outstanding year as an academic scholar, and the committee recognized that she made amazing contributions in this while enrolled as an MD student, without a joint degree, and wanted to recognize her for that. And this goes to Mackenzie Norman. I'm now honored to present the Leonard Howe Humanism in Medicine Award, both the student and the faculty recipient. For this year's recipients for faculty is Dr. Evie Marcolini, and our student recipient is Stephen Kahn. Both of the recipients were chosen by the graduating class. Now to present the Kyle Jannatek Memorial Prize, we have Dr. Sarah Johansson, Assistant Professor of Emergency Medicine and of Community and Family Medicine.
Good afternoon. Those of you who knew Kyle knew that he was worth remembering, and that's what we're doing today. The Kyle Jannatek Memorial Award was established, this is the second annual, and it is for the graduating student who best exemplifies human connection. He was known for that and so many of his other skills, but his spirit really helped build community. And this honor goes to the graduating Geisel student who, by vote of their classmates and a selection of preclinical faculty, best exemplifies the qualities of human connection. And this year's award goes to Matt Stanton.
We now have the Dartmouth Mosenthal Surgical Society inductees and fellow, and we invite Dr. Brian Catlin, Clinical Associate Professor of Medical Education.
Hello again. This year we have count eight inductees into the Dartmouth Mosenthal Surgical Society. And then one of them will present the award to the Dartmouth Mosenthal Surgical Fellow. I will read their names, and please come up as a group and hold your applause until they're all up here. Carolyn Andrew, Fallon Desmus, Asia Gandhi, Maggie Leach, Renisa Ramnath, William Smith, Jennifer Wiley, and Leslie Young.
So it is my honor to introduce the inductee, who has been an incredible mentor to me, Dr. Philip Gunney. Who is not here.
We now have the Rolf C. Sivertson Fellow and Scholars. These will be presented by Dr. Sarah Johansson, Assistant Professor of Emergency Medicine and of Community and Family Medicine.
So, hello again. Rolf Sivertson was a professor of anatomy and administrator and the dean of the medical school from 1923 to 1960. But he was not only that, he went out far beyond his sphere of influence to impact the students for whom he cared. This award was established by the alumni of his generation, but has been continued by all of the scholars and the fellows to come to identify the recipients of this particular award it's highly selective. It's selected from top academic students by then a small committee of faculty, and those nominees are sent to the Sivertson Committee of Alumni, many of them very distinguished, many from the era of Dr. Sivertson, and upcoming scholars. And of those, all of those selected by the committee are scholars. There are 6 of those that we're going to introduce tonight, and one of those was selected. Oh, did I do something? Is there something to do? Where is it? It wasn't me. There are 6 Sivertson scholars who I will ask to come up first, and then we'll invite up our fellow that was selected in person with interviews for the fellowship. So these individuals have gone beyond their sphere of influence in their area of interest. It could be anything from research, human service, it could be community building, but they have gone above and beyond in their area of interest. So I'll start by recognizing this year's scholars. If you could each all come up, and we'll hold our applause till everybody is here. Kira Gressman. Where's Kira? I know she's moving, so she may not be here. Maggie Leach. Joe Minicello. Will Smith, and Isabel Yang. And now I'd like to recognize this year's fellow, Fallon Dempsis. One final round of applause for all of them. Thank you.
The Dean's Leadership Award will be presented by Dr. Matthew Duncan, Assistant Professor of Psychiatry and of Medical Education.
Now, I know Tina generally bars us from saying more than a few words, but I'm going to say more than just a few words, actually. This will seem a little obscure, but bear with me for just a minute. So I remember, there's some things you remember, just moments that stick with you really clearly. And in 2008, I was driving alone one night, very, very dark night over the Rocky Mountains, and a new singer-songwriter came on the radio. And I thought, this person is really, really good. Like, they just might make it. And she said she was 16 years old, and her name was Taylor Swift. And I to this day, I think, like, I was right. Like, she really made it. And so I also remember first day of orientation, 2018, in the old Chilcott Auditorium in the third row, a student who was standing talking with her new classmates and some of the faculty. And she introduced herself from Eritrea, and she said her name was Fallon Dempsis. And I thought, she's really good. She's gonna make it. And she really, really has made it. And I think that, what I want to recognize here is just Fallon's presence as a leader in our community. She is the first Black student body president for our institution. And I think you'll find, if you look at T. Swift's Wikipedia page, it's pretty long. And I think that if you watch Fallon's career, it's going to be pretty long as well. So congratulations to Fallon.
The New Hampshire Academy of Family Physicians Award for the Promise of Excellence in Family Medicine is presented by Dr. Leah Matthew, Assistant Professor of Community and Family Medicine and of Medical Education.
Hello again. It is my pleasure to present Mackenzie Haberman with the New Hampshire Academy of Family Physicians Award for the Promise of Excellence in Family Medicine, for her skill, knowledge, and passion for acute, chronic, and preventive care in diverse settings. From being a boat captain in Antarctica to a family medicine interest group leader in Hanover, New Hampshire, Mac demonstrates a calm competence that will benefit her patients as she partners with them to achieve health.
We now have the award from the New Hampshire American Congress of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, presented by Dr. Alana Cass, Professor and Chair of Obstetrics and Gynecology.
So it is my pleasure to present this award this year from ACOG to Tamu Chidowanika, who is going on to a career at Yale in obstetrics and gynecology. And I can only say, sort of capturing the essence of the award, this is a person from whom we expect great, great things.
We'll now move to a section of teaching awards, the first of which are presented by some of our students who are graduating. I'm really excited to invite them up to present. So the first one is the Thomas P. Almy House Staff Teaching Award, presented by Kyla Rogers.
With my apologies to Tina, I'm also going to say a few extra words. But Dr. Matthew Carroll is a general surgery resident who goes above and beyond the call of duty in his role as teacher. By way of example, after I had already rotated off service, I texted him that I had completely flubbed my first ICU patient presentation and that I was confused, intimidated by all the pumps and monitors in the surgical ICU. In response, he took an hour out of his day to bring me back to the SICU and teach me the basics. He consistently ran through high-yield shelf exam topics, taught us suture techniques, and helped us prep for cases so that we would look good for the attendings when they asked us questions. Additionally, my classmates have also shared stories of how Dr. Carroll has positively modeled the art of caring for patients seeing and acting on any need as it arose, including helping patients get back into bed or removing soiled linens. As I hope you can tell, Dr. Carroll is incredibly kind, caring, compassionate, and above all else, humble. In short, he is the consummate physician and one that I certainly hope to emulate. I'm incredibly pleased and honored to introduce him as this year's Almy House Staff Teaching Award winner. Thank you, Dr. Carroll, for teaching us.
Next, we have the Basic Science Teaching Award presented by Joe Minicello.
Hi, everyone. So I have the great pleasure of awarding the Basic Science Teaching Award to someone we've all known since day one and has been here with us even when we moved into the clinical realm. We may not have had the metabolic map on step, but nonetheless, we were well prepared. So without further ado, congratulations to Dr. Larry Myers.
And also for the Clinical Science Teaching Award.
So moving on to the latter half of our education, while I did not get to work with him in the clinical setting, many have. Certainly he oversees all of our clerkships. I had a great time working with him on the Medical Education Committee as well. So for the Clinical Teaching Award, I'm honored to present it to Dr. John Dick.
Next, we have the Ann J. Davis Faculty Award, which will be presented by Nina Fleischer.
I'm also honored to present this award to Dr. Dick. He is a steadfast supporter of students. He's loyal, he's approachable, and he's kind. He's been a role model to many in the clinical setting, as we've already heard, and he never fails to advocate for students. So on behalf of our class, a lot of gratitude.
The Joseph F. O'Donnell Faculty Award will be presented by Mia Bertalan.
The Joe O'Donnell Award goes to a faculty member who encourages us to practice medicine with genuine compassion and respect, both for others and for ourselves. And there's no one who embodies this more than this year's recipient, Dr. Carrie Rosenkrantz.
We will now have the Clerkship Teaching Awards, and Dr. John Dick is coming to present these. He is our Assistant Professor of Medicine and Associate Dean for Clinical Education.
Thank you, Dr. Holmes. Growing up, we celebrated unbirthdays at my house. So if it was someone's birthday, they got celebrated, and everybody else got celebrated as well. So I'd like to celebrate everybody in this room, our faculty, our staff, our students, our loved ones, our families. If we could just take a moment to do that, I would appreciate it. Thank you. So with that said, I do have 9 outstanding clinical faculty who have shepherded our students through their clinical years. and it's my honor to recognize them now. Some of them are out in California, some of them are still working right now. So we'll see who is able to make it. If we could give actually applause as I read their names, that way we can get every individual the applause they deserve. So from the Department of Community and Family Medicine, Dr. Gregory Thessing. And you could stand up here as we get the others too. From the Department of Medicine, we have 2 awards, one for inpatient and one for ambulatory medicine. For the inpatient medicine is Dr. Thomas Ormison. Dr. Ormison is out at Santa Clara in California and could not make the flight here, but he is delighted to receive this award. I'm also very excited to give the award, announce the award for Advanced Ambulatory Medicine, which is one of our 4th-year clerkships, to Nathaniel Sherman. Nathaniel? Next, for the Department of Neurology, also a 4th-year clerkship, this award goes to Anna Karpenko. For the Department of OBGYN, the award this year goes to Dr. David Levine. For the Department of Pediatrics, we have 2 awards, one for the inpatient portion and one for the outpatient portion, both equally important for our pediatric patients. Dr. Ronald Schneebaum. And the outpatient award goes to Dr. Emily Kolpa. Emily was not able to make it today. For the Department of Psychiatry, the award goes to Dr. Jared Zucker. And last but not least, for the Department of Surgery, Dr. Lawrence DeGrossa. Thank you all very much for the service to our students.
So our final award is a new award this year. It is for excellence in career advising. The last 2 years have been strange match cycles for our students. This class, but I think the class before you as well, when everything got turned on its head very quickly for them. And we're a relatively small school. And over the past 2 years, with our class size of under 100 each year, 13 students have successfully applied in and matched into orthopedic surgery, one of the most challenging specialties and application processes. And with that, I can say that from our end in the Office of Student Affairs, I know I can reach this career advisor anytime that I need to for any reason, and he is incredibly kind, compassionate, and helpful to our students. So this year's award goes to Dr. Kevin Dwyer. Well, thank you for everyone for attending this evening. The reception's a little bit easier being indoors because as you exit the rear, our reception will be right there for you. We're really excited to celebrate. Thank you for coming. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and we're looking forward to tomorrow.